At Minnesota, they have everything from a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy, and today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. All you Golden Gophers will put total leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Nebraska's offense is on the field for the first time today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off play action. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They want to run it left here. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Complete to the left. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll give it to the back. The ball squirts free. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. 2nd down after the offense averted absolute disaster. They believe they can run right here. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. 10th play of the drive coming up, but this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. He'll take a shot. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Golden Gophers offense will have its first possession of the game. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. It's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
Unloads to the right. It's caught. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You've got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of it.
Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage, and then occasionally offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Here comes the hurry up. They'll run play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Golden Gophers want to crank the tempo.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And now on second down for this offense. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Floating away. He'll try to do it himself. Can anyone catch him? And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. He caught it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house it, but the defense tackles him at the 3. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's third and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Wisconsin delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense was the story here. J.J. Watt may be the standard, but it looks like there's another stud edge rusher there in Madison.
The give to the tailback.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Handoff from the gun. Shakes off the defender. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Cornhuskers are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking for a huge play. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Huskers. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's downs. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Power football with the run. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. The Golden Gophers in the hurry-up. He'll keep it himself. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. They'll try to snap it quickly. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires the pass, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You always try as a player to say the weather means nothing. Cold is a mentality. It hurts, okay? The ball feels like a rock. It gets super hard. It's really hard for quarterbacks to grip that thing and make accurate throws. And how about that? The defense comes out, makes a big play, creates the turnover.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive for your...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll play it safe and try for 3. It's good. And they go back on top. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Pocket starts to collapse. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
And the Golden Gophers want to move quickly. They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Got him downfield. Got room at the 35. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole. Give him 6 on the play. They'll mark it at the 9. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And and the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, H. Montgomery. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. They go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. The back goes in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Nebraska!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds a man in the middle. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Golden Gophers will hustle to the line.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
Trying the left side. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
They're trying to get to it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
And the Golden Gophers trying to cash it in on first and goal. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down.
Encroachment from defense.
The penalty on the defense, but they don't really give up much ground. There's not much to lose this close to the end zone. Slams ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Just hammering it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Michigan proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Wolverines team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Trying to get to him. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man on the right. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Huskers line up to punt it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. That pass is incomplete. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. The give to the lone running back. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fair catch called for and made. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This has been a spectacular offensive showcase so far, David.
This has been unbelievable. The fireworks has been amazing. This is modern offense now. Palmer, when you look at college football, there's a lot of scoring, and defenses hadn't had a lot of answers.
No, and this game's been a track meet, man. So if you're on offense right here, keep the pedal to the metal. Keep the tempo going. Stay aggressive.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Took a shot as he threw.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
Just drives it between the uprights.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Just about set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Looking to go up top on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line. He has been in see-ball, get-ball mode all day, and he is making his mark in this rivalry game, guys.
I'll tell you, he was sick and tired of reading about and hearing about the offenses coming into this one. This guy had his own designs and his own plans. He has been balling, David, all over the field.
And it's so fun. A rivalry game, you have so much emotion, so much passion. Well, guess what? You can let that out on defense. And defense, you can fly around, make plays, and he's been doing it all game long.
Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got his man. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Play number 7 on this drive, and it'll be 3rd and 2. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun to give to the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UCLA dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Fires to the big fella. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Leaves it with the running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. They'll go right back to it. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Golden Gophers come to the line in the hurry-up. Right back to it. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Golden Gophers will move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And the blitz gets to him just like that. Just making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks the way Trev Alberts always did.
Yeah, just finding a guy that can sniff out the quarterback and kind of feel it, have those instincts. You could tell he saw it, went and got it, just like your boy Trev Alberts, Reese.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
And the Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they get the sack just like that.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. It's Montgomery. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It's good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Golden Gophers racing to the line in the hurry-up. It's a draw. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing... And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage.
And listen, quarterbacks run more nowadays, and we see more of it, but they do have a tendency, because they are a quarterback, to cough it up a little bit. But how about the man? He said, I got this, and jumps back on it, make sure he covers that thing up so he didn't make a bad play for his offense.
And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Husker! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, 1st down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. To the air on 1st down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. They're going to test the right side with this one. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. On second down, they'll take to the air. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
So they'll try to salvage this drive on second and long from the 12. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line. On third down, going up top. He makes the connection. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Now on first and 10 from the 27. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Might as well give it to him again. At the 45 on his way. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And the Golden Gophers look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver shows motion. He's looking to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
This is a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the ball slipped out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put...
Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The snap sets up the throw. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fires to the middle. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's downs. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. They'll try the run. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Using the quick game. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
lining up for the PAT. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Akron is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Charlie Fry, this offense is not capable of scoring points every single time it sees the ball. They're up by 4 over Ball State.
They'll start this drive with a pass.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking left. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He's going to pass. Immediately fires to the middle.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. A strike downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
What a play call in a 2-minute situation. They find the shot opportunity, and they take advantage of it, flipping the field. They've now put themselves in a chance to come back and win this thing.
Well, I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job, right? Here late in the 4th quarter, they put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it out. It's Siegel. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Going up top on first down. Gets it out fast. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. He'll come out throwing on first down. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quarterback now on the run, still looking.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Now improvising. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. 4th down, gotta have it here. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. And now this team has fallen into a 3-game slide, and a season of promise has now had a lot of promises broken.
Yeah, this is a team that really needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror right now and make a decision. What are we going to be? What am I about? What am I willing to do at this point of the season to get this thing turned around? A lot of tough and real conversations are going to have to take place.
And this is when the coaches really make their money, right? How can I get my kids to focus when I know there's probably not a lot to play for down the road? So let's win every game. Let's win every battle. Let's spoil other people's seasons on the way out, even though our season didn't pan the way we wanted it to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.